In 1982, a sandstorm swept across Giza, harsher than any in decades. When it cleared, a small team of archaeologists working near the Great Sphinx discovered a strange vibration coming from underground. At first, they thought it was just an echo caused by shifting stones. But as they listened closer, they realized it was a deep humming sound, almost like a machine buried for thousands of years. The team quietly alerted the Egyptian government. Within 48 hours, a military unit arrived. The dig site was closed to public. Tourists were told it was for safety repairs. But that wasn't the truth. Something had been found beneath the Sphinx. Something ancient. Something not made by humans. A British archaeologist named Dr. Elise Hammond had been part of the original team. She was removed from the site once the military took over, but not before she took one photograph, blurry, dusty, and hard to understand. But in it, there was clearly a narrow shaft exposed behind the Sphinx's left paw, leading deep underground. She tried to go public. She wrote letters, gave lectures, even contacted newspapers. No one listened. Her findings were called fantasy. Her career was ruined. Then, in 1987, she vanished. Her last known location? Cairo. Officially, there is no chamber beneath the Sphinx. The Egyptian government still says so. But according to declassified U.S. documents quietly released in the late 1990s, satellite scans done in 1978 by NASA picked up an anomaly under the Sphinx, an artificial cavity, symmetrical and rectangular, 100 feet below ground. So why deny it? Here's where things get strange. In July 1982, after the site was sealed off, a U.S. Air Force cargo plane landed in Cairo in the middle of the night. It stayed for 5 hours and left without any cargo listed on the official manifest. But one witness, an Egyptian air traffic controller, said he saw 4 large containers being loaded onto a plane under heavy guard. Each was covered in black tarps and surrounded by armed U.S. personnel. He said the containers hummed, just like the sound reported near the Sphinx. That same month, seismic sensors installed around the Giza Plateau, part of a research project led by the University of Cairo, suddenly stopped transmitting. The researchers were told their equipment had malfunctioned. None of it was ever returned. Then the whispers started. Researchers, locals, even a few military guards began to tell quiet stories about what was really found down there. One worker claimed to have seen something glowing, almost pulsing with light, being brought out of the shaft, something smooth and metallic, shaped like a teardrop, about the size of a small car. Another story came from a U.S. geologist brought in to analyze mineral samples. He never said much publicly, but shortly before his death in 2003, he told his nephew a chilling tale. What they found was not from Earth. It was waiting down there dormant. According to this story, the chamber beneath the Sphinx wasn't just a room. It was a vault, a sealed environment untouched by time. And inside were 3 objects. The teardrop-shaped craft, a crystalline structure that seemed to float midair, and a body. Not human. The body was over 7 feet tall, with elongated limbs and deep black eyes. It didn't decay. It looked preserved, like it had just gone to sleep. The geologist said scientists tried to take tissue samples, but the skin was harder than diamond and would not break. When they tried using a laser, the beam simply bent away. Whatever it was not dead, just not awake. All 3 objects were allegedly taken aboard that Air Force plane in 1982, flown first to Diego Garcia, then eventually to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in the U.S., a location often tied to other alien conspiracy theories, including Roswell. Back in Egypt, the chamber was sealed with concrete. Today, there's no sign it was ever opened, and any suggestion of digging beneath the Sphinx is quickly denied by the Supreme Council of Antiquities. But here's the twist. In 2012, during restoration work near the Sphinx, a construction worker posted a photo online. It showed a strange slab of metal beneath the sand, perfectly square, with markings that looked nothing like ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. The photo was deleted within hours. His account disappeared. But copies of the image had already spread. Several researchers analyzed it and concluded the markings were not known from any Earth language. Some suggested they resembled signals picked up by the Voyager probes. Specifically, a sequence of tones detected in 1981, just 1 year before the chamber was discovered. Could it be that the Sphinx wasn't just a statue, but a marker? A monument built over something left behind long before the pharaohs? Something extraterrestrial? The most unsettling theory suggests that the Sphinx is not guarding the pyramids. It's guarding what lies beneath. And what if what they removed in 1982 wasn't meant to be disturbed? Some believe that since 1982, the number of reported UFO sightings has risen sharply. Many of these reports describe teardrop-shaped crafts. Coincidence? Maybe. But others think that by removing the sleeping body, or the ship, or whatever was under there, we sent a signal. Not just that we found it, but we were ready. Some say the signal is still being transmitted from that crystalline object now in U.S. hands, that it's sending out coordinates, or maybe a wake-up call. And maybe, just maybe, that call has been answered. No one knows for sure what was removed from under the Sphinx in 1982, but the secrecy, the witnesses who vanished, the strange artifacts, and the persistent cover-ups all point to one thing. The Sphinx was hiding something not of this world, and we took it. If that's true, the question now is, when will they come looking for it?